Nagaraj, co-founder and CTO of Gyani AI, where he leads the company's technology strategy, product development, and delivery. His work focuses on speech-to-speech LLMs, specialized SLMs, and autonomous agent workflows, driving multilingual, intelligent automation across industries such as banking, telecom, and insurance. Driven by a vision to make technology accessible to India's diverse population, Ananth is pioneering voice to voice AI agents that offer seamless natural conversations without text processing. Since the founding of Gyani AI, our lab has had the pleasure of collaborating with them, including the co funded English Gyani project. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ananth Nagaraj to the stage.
I know it's 4 o'clock, probably time for all of you to go get a tea, but I would not take more time. I started Gani in 2016, met Prashanta sir in 2017. Before that, I was working in Texas Instruments, leading a statistical signal processing team, working on 4G, OFDM models, 5G communication base stations, etc. I had no freaking clue on voice AI. Ganesh and I, who's my co-founder, CEO, I take care of tech. We were figuring out what to do. And the reason why we wanted to solve voice for India again is most of them spoke today that how do you deliver technology or bridge the barrier of technology access to people. It's not app, people want to talk, and how do you build it? So at that point of time in 2016, 2017, there were no ASRs for any of the Indian languages. I think even Google, Microsoft had not even launched Hindi. 2017, I wrote a cold mail to Prashanta saying, hey, this is a startup. We want to build speech recognition in Indian languages. Can we meet? Got a reply after some time, set up a meeting with Prashanta. Went there. For me, Spire Lab is more of inspire than spire. It has always been massive inspiration from Prashanta. I think at that time he had Chiranjeevi, who was his first PhD student, if I'm not wrong. So we met Prashanta and team. We told we want to build this out. How do we do? Prashanta said, hey, to build a decent performing speech recognition, you need about 200, 300 hours of data. This is like pre-Kaldi era. If any one of you are in speech, before that, you understand the challenges. We also applied for incubation at IISc. I think they are just figuring out how the incubation process works at IISc. We went through that process. But what we did is working with Prashanta from 2017, we started off, we brainstormed on how do we create data. Then I think by mid 2017 or late 2017, we built first Kannada ASR. We collected over 1,000 hours of data in about 2 months across all the dialects of Kannada with the continuity spectrum where Kannada changes for every 20 kilometers. We built that out, built speech recognition engine for Kannada, then we scaled it up across for all the 10 Indian languages by 2018. And that's when Samsung invested in us. And again, why I say inspiration is, I'll talk about two things that happened consequently to it. When Samsung benchmarked our speech recognition engine, they benchmarked us to, at that point of time, Google had launched ASRs. Samsung benchmarked our ASR and Google ASR, and they said on a relative performance, our WERs were 30% better, and we were about less than, I would say, 10 or 9% WER consistently for the mobile use case that they were looking to use us for their Bixby application, which is like Siri of Samsung. They wanted to use our ASRs for that, and that's where they invested in us. But how did we build it is because of a lot of discussions that Prashanta sir helped us. Every week, we had a cadence meeting on Saturday in his lab at about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Every week, Prashanta sir took out his time to help us. I mean, we were not his students. We were just two energized engineers who wanted to build something. Just the sheer passion in us Prashanta sir gave his time. He was busy doing multiple things, but he gave an hour's time every week for us. And it went more than an hour. I think some days discussion went for few hours in his lab while we were trying to solve specific challenges. Also, one more thing that happened, because of Prashanta sir, we got connected to certain defense folks, and we built first Hindustani speech rec system that is deployed in border at scale. So essentially, Prashanta sir helped us to even talk to them. They had a problem. We had sort of technology. With Prashanta sir's guidance, we were able to build a system that is still working in the western borders at scale. So we handle few lakhs of calls on a quarterly basis, trying to look at hot keywords, trying to look at different insights from those call conversations, which was manually done by hundreds of human listeners. We were able to automate all of that. And this was done only because of Prashanta sir. So I would want all of you here to put a clap for Prashanta sir. While we progressed there, then again, sir said, why don't we do something called as English Gyani? We built in an app with an thought to help people in rural areas to upskill on English. So at that point of time, it was collaboration between English linguists. It was work with Chiranjeevi and team on getting different algorithms built and building the whole system. I think we spent a lot of time in building that English Gyani app. It was a joint proposal we put to DST, which was sanctioned, and we built that out to help people improve their English skill across various formats. So, as I said, with Prashanta sir mainly, and again, other thing that we also wanted to solve was voice biometrics. So again, this was an idea. We had to deploy a system for voice biometrics. So had again we tried multiple things. It did not work out. Then we reached out to Prashanta. He sent in like few papers. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Based on that, we were able to build in some fused architecture to deploy voice biometrics at scale. Today, I think on a given day, we sample about 1 million voice records in India for voice biometrics or voice identification, voice authentication. So for us, from a applied engineering company, I think working with Spire Lab and Prashanta sir has helped us to take a lot of these technologies, which is part of your research papers, etc., into field at scale. I mean, as a company today, we handle close to about 1 to 2 crore audio calls, full duplex audio calls. There is a communication between an AI system and a human, completely handled through AI. And this is the scale we do. And Prashanta sir helped us in bringing technology that can help us to solve at scale. So I think for all of his students, you have found I'll tell you another anecdote. When I was in TI, I was in charge of running certain research with different universities. And I hated to run those research with some Indian universities because of just unable to handle professor's ego. But it was a complete swap when we met to Prashanta is like completely different. It's like a 180-degree phase shift that I saw working with some other professor to working with Professor Prashanta. And I think we just got lucky in meeting Professor Prashanta, and that helped us a lot. So all of you here, you have the right guy. Whatever you want to do, PhD, startup, just career guidance. He's a great man out there, and you should be lucky that you are working with him. So I think that's all, guys. Any questions? Happy to take on what we do and how we solve.
For me from Ananth. So, as Ananth, I think he exaggerated many places, but many of the engineering, say hacks that works really in practice, right? Many of them, many of those, I must say, I have learned from him. Not to the level of real implementation, but how will you really make things work at scale when so many calls are coming? Those are not something that I'm good at, or even our lab is good at. And that's when there are some requests come that there are certain application to build. As he said about DRDO and others, I always bring them there. That okay, there is Ananth who can help. And what is another interesting thing what I found about Ananth is that he's dedicated, meaning he in his mind he has the target to reach. So that patience and passion, that really I appreciate. I think that's the key.
For both of you, what made you to concentrate only on rural people?
So I'll tell you. So I mean, part of my role I was in US. I came back to India and I was visiting my friend in Gundlupet. They had turmeric. Yeah. So they had this turmeric farm. His father went and sold their turmeric yield. We were asking that night to his dad, "Why did you go sell?" They have an option to bring it to Bangalore, or they had an option to go to Coimbatore. The Coimbatore market had a better price, but his dad came and sold to Bangalore. We asked his dad, "Why did you go sell?" He said the neighbor farmer went there 2 days back, and this is the price he got. I don't know what is the price. And his dad is someone in his late 60s who knows only how to use a feature phone and call a number. So he called his neighbor. His neighbor said, "I got a better this price at Bangalore," and he did not know what was the price in Coimbatore market. So for him, he does not know how to Google. Then we just Googled on internet. We found the Coimbatore market. They would have gotten much more on their yield. So we said, why in India, when you look back, then we got back to Bangalore and we looked at different problems. The biggest thing in India is everyone can speak, but access to that information has to be in voice. So this is where we said, why don't we build speech recs for India? Then when we built speech recs for India, as a startup, no one was paying for speech rec. How do I pay 20 engineers in my team? Then we said the biggest business in India is call center business. Can we put call center, contact center business? So telecallers business. So I said, why don't we apply this technology there? And then we pivoted from just being a pure speech or speech rec company into a full stack AI which run conversational AI automation or analytics.
Just past 3 to 4 years, even I felt the same thing when I met lot of my village people. Everyone are facing the same market problem. What you are doing for that? Because just now you told regarding market. Do you people have any idea? Just I want to curious about this. Whatever I have seen the same problem. Just you said the same problem. Even I'm also seeing the same problem in Tamil Nadu near Hosuru. So you told Gundlupete. Even I know bit Gundlupete people. So I'm asking this question.
I think what we did in 2019 is we had published out a telephone number where someone could call. We were crawling the government agricultural database, which was giving the list of commodities in real time. So someone could call in that number and get the price. So we launched it on our own. We put out a toll-free number, etc. We had launched it in 2019. Then we made enough number of proposals to different government departments to keep that up. That did not go, but there was a working system which was already there, which we built in 2019. We were getting about 200, 300 calls from farmers on a daily basis. But we could not sustain that economically as a startup. We went to different government entities to push it up. We went to even larger seed companies like Monsanto and others. But we did not see a market fit to keep that economics going up and running. So we pulled it down. I think we can take it offline. I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,